Imagine this. You're cruising down a quiet highway in your official county-issued SUV. Uniform on, badge gleaming, just finishing up a long day of serving your community. Suddenly, flashing lights in your rearview mirror. Two officers approach with hands near their holsters, barking orders like you're a suspect. License and registration. Keep your hands where I can see them. You calmly explain you're in uniform, a fellow officer, a sheriff's deputy with 15 years on the force. But they don't listen. They assume the worst because of how you look. They escalate, search your vehicle illegally, and treat you like a criminal, until their chief shows up and turns the tables completely. This isn't just a story, it's a powerful reminder of bias in policing, unchecked assumptions, and ultimate accountability. Buckle up, because what happens next will shock you, inspire you, and make you think twice about justice in America. If you're ready for real stories that expose the truth, hit that like button right now, share this with someone who needs to see it, and subscribe with notifications on. Because we drop eye-opening content like this every week that you won't find anywhere else. On a sunny afternoon along a peaceful stretch of highway in Fulton County, Sheriff's Deputy Marcus Rivers was doing what he'd done countless times before, driving his black county-issued Chevy Tahoe back to the courthouse after wrapping up administrative duties at a substation. At 38 years old, Marcus had dedicated nearly 15 years to the Fulton County Sheriff's Office. He was the kind of deputy everyone respected, the one supervisors called for high-tension situations because he never lost his cool. Colleagues joked that Marcus could de-escalate a riot with a calm conversation and a steady gaze. He wasn't out chasing calls that day. He was simply heading homeward, one hand on the wheel, radio murmuring softly, mind wandering to simple things like grabbing a quick bite before his next shift meeting. The road was empty, the sun casting long shadows across the asphalt. Marcus switched lanes smoothly, nothing out of the ordinary. That's when he noticed the white Ford Crown Victoria in his mirror, pulling out from the median and tailing him way too close. He glanced back, two officers inside, neither familiar. The driver leaned forward intensely, eyes narrowed, while his partner gestured at the dashboard computer. Marcus recognized that look all too well, the premature judgment, the assumption locking in before facts could intervene. Without warning, red and blue lights erupted behind him. Marcus sighed deeply, maintaining control as he signaled and pulled onto the shoulder. He shifted into park, hands visible on the wheel, just like he taught rookies to do. But even before he could fully settle, officers Daniel Whitford and Kyle Brenner were out of their cruiser, approaching fast, hands hovering dangerously close to their holsters. Tension radiated off them like heat from the pavement. "Driver, keep your hands where I can see them," Whitford shouted aggressively as he strode up. Marcus raised both hands slowly, palms open, placing them atop the steering wheel. "Officer, what's the reason for the stop?" His voice was even, professional, the tone of someone trained to keep situations from spiraling. Whitford ignored the question entirely. He advanced like he was closing in on a high-risk felony stop, not a routine pullover. Brenner flanked to the passenger side, peering in suspiciously, scanning for anything to justify their preconceptions. Whitford reached the window. No introduction, no explanation, just a hard stare. "This your vehicle?" "It's county-issued, sir," Marcus replied calmly. "I'm on duty heading back to the courthouse." Whitford's brow furrowed. "Oh yeah, you work for the county. Doing what exactly?" "Sheriff's deputy." From the other side, Brenner let out a dismissive chuckle. "Sure you are. Badge don't mean much if it's in the wrong hands." Marcus stayed composed, breathing steady. He'd encountered skepticism before, officers whose biases overrode protocol. But this was different. They hadn't even glanced at the government plates, the clear markings screaming official vehicle. "Officer Whitford," Marcus said levelly, "my ID is clipped to my belt. I'll reach for it slowly if that's okay." "Don't move," Whitford snapped, hand shooting up. "Not yet." Brenner leaned closer to the rear window. "He's got a lot of gear back there. Tactical bag, radio stuff. Feels off." "That's department-issued equipment," Marcus explained patiently. "We'll see about that," Whitford muttered. The air thickened with unnecessary danger. Whitford's hand drifted toward his holster. Brenner's eyes darted suspiciously. They weren't hearing Marcus. They were reacting to the narrative they'd already scripted in their heads. "All right," Whitford said finally, stepping back. "Step out of the vehicle nice and slow." Marcus paused, meeting his gaze through the glass. "Before I do, you should know, this is all recorded. Your body cams, my dash cam, and the courthouse link." The words landed like a challenge. Whitford recoiled slightly, throat clearing audibly. Brenner glanced nervously at the visible dash cam, but Whitford doubled down. "Step out now." Marcus complied deliberately, opening the door slowly. As he stepped out, sunlight caught his full uniform, the badge shining brightly on his belt, the sheriff's patches clear as day. Brenner muttered, "Could be fake, bought online." Whitford moved behind him quickly. "Hands behind your back." "For what charge?" Marcus asked factually, giving them one last chance to de-escalate. No answer. Whitford grabbed his wrist roughly, impulsively, the mark of inexperience. "I'm not resisting," Marcus stated clearly, allowing his arms to lower naturally. "But you still haven't given a reason for the stop." Brenner ignored protocol entirely, yanking open the rear door. "Hey, you don't have consent to search," Marcus warned, turning slightly. Brenner plunged in anyway, rummaging recklessly through bags, clattering gear. Trauma kits, cuffs, radio chargers, everything official. "That's an illegal search," Marcus said firmly. "We'll decide that," Whitford shot back. Traffic slowed as drivers gawked, a man in uniform being manhandled like a suspect. Phones came out. A woman pulled over, recording openly. "You okay over there?" she shouted. "Ma'am, back away," Whitford barked. More cars slowed, more recordings. The scene was turning public, viral potential building. Brenner tossed paperwork aside, digging deeper. "Lot of fancy equipment for someone not legit." "I'm telling you again, I'm a deputy, ID on my belt." Whitford pressed Marcus against the SUV harder, asserting dominance over procedure. Then Brenner froze at the tactical vest case, pulling it out, seeing sheriff emblazoned boldly, name tag matching, serial numbers official. Whitford peered in. "What?" "It makes perfect sense," Marcus said quietly. "If you'd run the plates first." Brenner whispered, "Danny, his name's on it." Whitford glared, pride cracking but holding. He finally looked at the belt badge, really looked. Jaw clenched as reality hit, everything legitimate. Brenner quietly closed doors. No more bravado. The recording woman shouted, "He told you he's a cop. Why treat him like that?" Whitford couldn't respond. Brenner found stamped sheriff folders next. "Danny, we screwed up bad." Color drained from Whitford's face. That's when Chief Inspector Ronald Keaton arrived, their supervisor, a 28-year veteran who moved with deliberate calm. Keaton surveyed the chaos. Gear scattered, deputy pinned, bystanders filming, 2 officers avoiding eyes. "What in God's name is going on here?" Keaton demanded evenly. Whitford straightened. "Sir, suspicious driving, the vehicle didn't." Keaton raised one hand. Silence fell. He turned to Marcus. "Deputy Rivers, you all right?" "Yes, sir." Whitford blanched at the familiar address. "Keaton, why is his gear out? Did you run plates? Verify ID before contact?" Dead silence. "You searched without consent." "We thought," Whitford started. "You thought a black man in a county SUV couldn't possibly belong," Keaton finished, disappointment heavy. "That's what this is." Brenner admitted softly. "We made assumptions, sir." "You did more than that." Keaton examined the vest himself. "This should have ended it instantly." To the crowd, quiet authority. To Marcus, "Give your full account." Marcus recounted precisely. No reason given, hands visible, ID offered and denied, forced exit, unlawful search. Keaton to officers, "Anything untrue?" Both, "No, sir." Lowering voice, "You illegally detained a superior officer, searched without cause, escalated on camera, with civilians watching. This erodes everything we stand for." Then, Officers Whitford and Brenner turn around. Shock. "Hands behind your back." Keaton cuffed them methodically, the clicks echoing. Internal affairs en route. You're detained pending investigation. Marcus watched steadily. No gloat, just resolution. Investigators arrived. Statements taken, evidence logged. Recommendations. Suspensions, civil rights probe. Whitford pleaded, "Sir, we didn't mean." "Intent doesn't undo damage," Keaton said. Marcus to them, "You didn't need to know my rank to show respect. The oath demands professionalism, always." Brenner cuffed, "I'm sorry." "Do better," Marcus replied. As the van doors shut, Keaton to Marcus, "You handled this masterfully. Proud of you." "Just doing my duty, sir." "You prevented worse. Thank you." Marcus returned to his Tahoe, breathed deep, pulled away. The job continued, the badge unbroken. This story isn't just about one bad stop. It's about systemic issues, the courage to stay calm under injustice, and the rare but powerful moment when accountability prevails. It reminds us, assumptions can destroy trust, but professionalism and truth win out. Marcus Rivers exemplifies what real service looks like: steady, dignified, unbreakable. What do you think? Was justice served here? Could this happen where you live? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell me your city or country, because we're building a global community sharing these truths. If this moved you, angered you, or inspired you, smash that like button to spread awareness. Share this video far and wide so more people wake up, and subscribe right now with the bell on. Tomorrow's story is even more intense, one that exposes corruption at the highest levels. You don't want to miss it. Stay strong, stay aware, and remember, real change starts with stories like this. Together, we can demand better. See you in the next one.